again. I'm at my first pit stop for my adventure today. I'm going to Rudskogen and I'm currently gassing up. Car is all ready to go to the track tomorrow. Just finished up installing the RSS mounts now, so hopefully I can go to a track without ruining anything and have a car that works perfectly good for a long time. Cruise control, energy drink, GPS and good music. Everything you need. Okay, 2 hours driving out of the way. Now I've come to the ferry to Moss, which is one of the reasons why I wanted the OEM springs. I do not think I would be able to drive onto the ferry with the aero lip or with any kind of lip with H&R lowering springs, but hopefully it should be no problem now. No scraping on the ferry. Very nice. Ferry is heading towards Moss now. Then it's only 15-20 minutes to the hotel. I think I'm gonna get to bed pretty early today and rest up for the big event tomorrow. Good night. It is race day. I actually slept in that hotel room overlooking the car. It's kind of freaky to park on the streets for the first time, but I have black view camera here that I turned on, which made me slightly worried that the car would be out of battery, but the parking mode turned out perfectly and the car still has plenty of battery. So a little bit of sightseeing and we're off to the track.
Alltid prøve å sørge for at du bremser i rett linje. Så når du går av bremsen, så bare, ikke bare slipp bremsen, men gå av mykt i det du går av. Du må godt gå på bremsen hardt i det du bremser, men gå av mykt. Brems, hardere. Og så inn. Der, ja. Så går på gassen litt og litt. Veldig bra, lar du til å trekke seg helt ut. Ikke noe slik for deg ferdig å bremse. Og så går det helt ut i kjølsen. Så lar du bilen gå helt ut i midtlinja. Helt ut. Du ser midtlinja der. Og så opp. Og så helt inn. Så rett fram. Ikke brems som vi er i sving. Veldig viktig, vi må være ferdig på å bremse før vi begynner å svinge. For ellers gjør du bilen urolig, og da snurrer vi. Bremser du, starten av. Brems. Sånn, ja. Her har du egentlig en veldig fin linje, så går du på gassen. Da vil du trekke helt ut.
Er det ikke igjen før den svingen, liksom?
Bremser ut linje her, og så lar du bilen gå helt ut i curbsen igjen. Så går du på gassen. Gå på gassen. Og så bygg bak, og så har du slipper for litt på langsida. Da kjøper vi han. Han skal inn. Så han kan du bare kjøpe. Bak deg når vi kommer inn her nå. Bare ha kjøpebilen når vi kommer ut av svingen her nå, før vi går på. vi skal prøve å være ferdig med svingen så tidlig som mulig.
Ja.
Bremser hardt i en rett linje. Ja, veldig bra. Og så begynner å gå på gassen igjen nå. Der ja. Så prøv å bremse rett linje igjen. Der ja. Og så hitter kursen. Og så går på gassen igjen. Ja, veldig bra. Her trenger du ikke å hente høyde, så der kan du bare kjøre rett fram til curbsen igjen. Og så følger du svingen ut. Og så går du på gassen. Gjør mer. Ja. Der borte, kjør rett fram.
Er det sånn?
Altså,
Ja, ok. Driving course is over and I'm just standing here looking at the other cars flying around. I am super sweaty and super nauseous, but it was an extremely fun and interesting event and I've learned a ton. I don't think I'll become a professional racing driver, but I've learned a lot at least. Quite a lot of cool cars here. Event is done, and I have to say that the car performed probably even better than I was hoping, and everything still works perfect, no issues at all. It's extremely capable, more capable than what I would have thought. So, super fun day. Very impressed about the car, not so impressed about the driver. Ready to go to an extra stop before I drive home. Done with the track day, and I had to stop at this amazing place, Porsche Classic Center in Norway, and they have some absolutely beautiful cars here. A Sumer built by the Porsche Center here, 964 full-rigged race car, old turbos, and not only one but two Carrera GTs. They also have a classic standard 996 turbo, looks pretty similar to mine except unmasted. Carrera GT is absolutely perfect. It's one tan interior and the other one is black. It's not often you see two Carrera GT next to each other. Same steering wheel and instrument cluster as my 996 turbo. So cool to see familiar things in an extreme car like this. Hello again. To finish off this video, I just thought I would share some advice from what I've learned from my first track day. Tips number one is make sure you are covered by your insurance provider, or if you can't get coverage for a track day, then drive accordingly for obvious reasons. It doesn't take much to get some damage on your car or on your engine, or if your coolant lines aren't pinned or stuff like that. It's definitely worth checking out if you are covered or not. My second tip is to really learn the track before you go there. I looked at maps and track layouts a bit before I went there, but I wish I would have spent even more time, because it really took me quite a few laps before I felt comfortable knowing where the track went. And if I've known it better, I would have been able to jump more into practicing lines and stuff straight away. My third advice is to make sure you have a good brake fluid on your car. I actually took my car to Porsche for a service where they changed the brake fluid 2 weeks before the track day, so I was sure that the fluid would be brand new, and I was assuming that it would be good enough for a track day. But I found out after the track day that the fluid had boiled and the pedal turned a little bit soft, so after the track day I bought this brake fluid 80-200, which is more of a racing quality brake fluid, which will not boil, hopefully, and from my research was the best brake fluid compared to price and boiling points. This one was recommended by a lot of people who does track days and has a lot higher boiling point than the standard fluid, and hopefully this should be a good choice. My fourth advice is brake pads. I had the EBC yellow stuff brake pads on my car because from all the places that sells them, my car was recommended for the yellow stuff for street use and some track days, which is my exact use. But when I actually managed to find the official recommendations from EBC, they go after weight, and since my car is 1540 kilos, it's actually heavier than the recommendations for yellow stuff. So after doing some more research from other stores that sells racing brake pads and from other people that does racing, the recommended brake pads that I found that I have bought now is Pagid RSL 29. So since my front brake pads had boiled, I bought new front ones, and since the rears were fine, I will try and continue using those. So I will do some refurbishment of the front ones and keep on using them until on the streets. And then if I do a new track day sometime, I will put these on. And they should hopefully be perfect. Advice number 5 is the brake sensors. On my car, they had all melted because there was so much heat in the brake pads. So if I would have known better, I would have just disconnected them. So since the ones I had on the car was already melted, I've made these plugs from my old sensors that were ruined, and these basically shorts the sensors so that the car thinks the brakes are fine, so I can just plug these in when I do another track day, and then my new brake sensors won't melt and the system will still think it's fine because I have these in. So if you check your insurance, learn the track, get good brake fluid, brake pads, and disconnect or do this with the brake sensors, then you should be good to go. Alright, good luck with your track days, and please do subscribe to my channel.
Check the mic and make sure it sound right, boys.